We like stuffing around here. Mama always likes to half starve us before the Thanksgiving meal. Don't mind the yelling and screaming in the background. Welcome back to Todd Family Farm. We have a little bit of a different style of video for you today. We're actually going to be doing Thanksgiving prep. So during the winter we might have a few more of these inside type videos when not as much is going on outside. It's actually really rainy today, but today is November 25th, so the day before Thanksgiving, and we always make our pies on the day before. We tried to make them on Thanksgiving one year and it did not turn out very well. We barely got them done, so we're going to be making pies today, and we're going to be decorating the table. It's back there. And then tomorrow we're going to be making the Thanksgiving meal, which I'll show you the menu that we have for Thanksgiving. Okay, so here is our menu for Thanksgiving. On our menu board we have turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, green beans, corn, rolls, cranberry sauce, and then for dessert we have apple pie, which our aunt is bringing, and then we're going to be making the others. We have pecan pie, cherry pie, and pumpkin pie, and then down here we have our Thanksgiving Bible verse.
What is our Thanksgiving?
It's the day before Thanksgiving, and we're going to make our pies today. We have 4 different pies. One of them my sister-in-law is bringing, so we will be doing cherry, pumpkin, and pecan pie. And each of the older girls wants to make one, so we're going to divide it up. And Abby's going to do pecan, Jocelyn's going to do cherry or pumpkin. We haven't decided which one yet. And then Emma will do the other one. And I'm going to go ahead and get the dough ready, just so that's out of the way, and then they can just come in and grab it out of the fridge and make their pies. So the book that I use for my dough, America's Test Kitchen Cookbook. It's a very good book to have. I also follow the recipe in here for my turkey and how I do my turkey. But I find that the nicest pie crust that I have done before is when there's a combination of butter and lard and not just all of one or the other. But when you use some of both, then I don't know, it just seems like it balances out really well. And it's not too greasy or anything. It just works really well. So I'm going to make a double batch of pie dough here. We need four crusts total. So we're going to get started on that. This is my lard that I use, and actually this is leaf lard from a pig that we had butchered. I don't know, it's been a while. I just kept it in the fridge and it stays good. Leaf lard is a little bit of it's like the highest quality lard, and it's very good for baking, pastries, crusts, that type of thing. So that's the type of lard that I'm using, but really any store-bought lard, whatever you have, will be fine. I think you can use yeah, actually the recipe says vegetable shortening, but I don't use vegetable shortening, I use lard. So. And you do want the lard and the butter, you do want them cold. This is softened up a little bit, but it was already soft even in the fridge, so. Cut this lard into the flour mixture here before I add my butter. A normal double recipe set, or regular recipe for double pie crust, says 6 to 8 tablespoons. So I find that usually I have to add a little bit more than that. But since this is a double, then I just kind of guesstimate here. Okay, now just divide it into 4 different parts here. And it'll sit in the fridge for a while, and then the girls can come and just get it out. Let it sit on the counter for a few minutes, and they'll make their pies. This, by the way, is one of my favorite kitchen gadgets. My sister got it for me, so thank you, Jess. I don't know, there's just something about it. Makes you feel like a professional when you're using it, and it's nice to cut dough with, or if I'm using something, you know, messing with biscuits or something on the counter, then afterwards the flour just gets mashed to the counter, so this just scrapes it right up, and yeah, this is very nice.
Okay, so the pie dough is cooling in the fridge, and we are going to go ahead and the pecans for the pecan pie need to be toasted and then chopped up, so we're going to go ahead and start getting them toasted, and we just put them on a baking sheet and put them in the oven for a few minutes. Okay, so we need 8 ounces, and this is a 16-ounce bag, so we're going to guess about half of this. And okay, well, there's the pecans on the sheet. I'm going to stick these in the oven for a few minutes. Mom, how long do you think these will take?
I would just do maybe 10 minutes.
Okay, so about 10 minutes, and then we'll check on them, and then we might go ahead and get them chopped up. Okay, so it has actually been like an hour and a half, maybe. We did some crafts and stuff, so the dough has been sitting in the fridge for long enough, and then we set it out on the counter. So now I'm going to make a pecan pie. You do have to pre-bake the crust a little bit, so I'm going to get that going first, and then we'll move on to the filling while that is cooking. So I'm going to start getting the pie dough in the pan. I'm going to get some flour out. Wet, counter's wet, so let's see how this works. That should be good. If I need any more, I'll get it. Okay. Don't mind the yelling and screaming in the background. They're playing Mario Kart. Okay, so my camera just randomly stopped recording in the middle of that. But I got it rolled out. I don't know if you can see very well, but that's about what it looks like. I'm going to put it in the pan now. So Mama says to fold it in half. And then we will set it like this. Just like this. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to trim the crust along the edge. Okay, there we go.
Okay, now you can set that foil down in there. I don't think we'll use the pan, because the problem with using the pan is that we don't have actual pie weights, so we have to improvise. The problem with using the pan is that then when you go take the pan out, it messes up the crust. So don't leave this folded up.
Oh.
Folded down. All we're doing is wanting the bottom to not.
Okay, and so we just put up the marbles in there.
So just try it with just putting the marbles in, and we'll see how that does.
Okay, so we've got the marbles weighing the bottom down, and this needs to bake for 25 to 30 minutes at 375 degrees in the oven. So I'm going to get that in there, and while that's in there, I have to chop up pecans and get the filling ready. Okay, so I finished chopping up the pecans. That's what we have, and now I have my ingredients already out, and I'm going to make the filling while the crust is finishing up in the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and by the time we get done with the filling, the crust should be done. Now should I put it in half? Okay. 130.
Make sure you whisk it up first, that egg stuff.
Abby said.
Okay, it's Thanksgiving morning. We got up pretty early today. You can see table's been set behind us. Looks really nice.
Okay, Thanksgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm working on some mashed potatoes. I've been up since, I actually was awake at 3:30, but I got up at 4. And I always like to get my mashed potatoes out of the way really early, and then I just stick them in the crock pot, and then you just forget about them, get busy with everything else, and then you don't have to worry about, otherwise mashed potatoes are like one of the last things that you do because you don't want them getting cold, so you gotta mash those up at the end and then get them on the table. This way, you get them done early, out of the way, in the crock pot. I set my crock pot on warm, and they stay nice and warm in there, and they're just ready to go. And all I have to do is put them on the table. It makes it a lot easier. So that's my little mashed potato trick.
Okay, here's our breakfast this morning. Mama always likes to half starve us before the Thanksgiving meal.
That's not our breakfast.
Breakfast does not exist on Thanksgiving Day. It's just a given. Am I supposed to say anything or just do?
Say something.
Okay, here's the turkey.
Mom!
Here's the juicy turkey.
I think you can laugh on that.
Okay. Perfecto. And that's pretty much it. Pretty basic. Some years I do brine my turkeys beforehand for a couple days in some salt water, but I didn't really have the fridge space this year, and this has already been basted, so it's not a big deal. I think it'll be okay. And traditionally, I know a lot of times we stick the turkey in really, really early in the morning, or some people even do overnight. We've kind of discovered with the America's Test Kitchen, their method is high temp for only a couple, really you could get by with just a couple hours, and it'll be done. And it'll be crispy, and it'll be juicy on the inside. Playing Mario Kart again this morning. But, so it doesn't take all that long. So that's I kind of find a happy medium where I start it a little bit earlier, and I give it a few hours. I give myself about a 4-hour window that when I need it done, what time I need it done by. Give it a full 4 hours to make sure I get it done right. And I don't mind getting it done a little bit earlier so that I can have that oven space too to finish up some other things. So that's how I do it. There goes the bird.
Okay, me and Lemuel are making stuffing, and we'll just show you what stuffing we got here. And so we got 4 boxes and 2 bags of stuffing. We like stuffing around here, so we're going to make plenty. So on Thanksgiving, each of the little ones help with one dish, and Lemuel's helping with stuffing, so me and him are going to be working on that.
Stuffing is it on Thanksgiving.
Abby. Whoa there.
Where's the? Oh, so you don't. More dry.
We are not just going to be using the stuffing that we have. We are going to be sprucing it up. Technically, it's already seasoned. We're going to be adding more stuff to it and just making it better. So that's what we usually do for our stuffing, and we're making a lot.
Yep.
Okay, so the butter's melted, so we're going to add the onions to the butter. Okay. I'll hold it like this, and you clean the bowl out, Lemuel.
With my hand.
Sure.
I tried to clean that out with my hand.
Okay, here are our seasonings that we'll be putting in when the onions cook just a little bit.
Right, the onions are done.
Okay, we have added a bunch of seasonings to our onions, and they are looking like it.
You see the
You
little.
can really tell that we've added some stuff. We added some
Let me out.
parsley, some garlic powder, some thyme, some poultry seasoning, some marjoram, and then we're gonna add some sage, but we ran out. So Mama's going downstairs to grab that. And then what we'll do after this is we'll bring this over to our bowl of stuffing, and we'll pour it over the stuffing, and then we'll add some chicken broth.
That's Mama.
Okay.
Abby, you start pouring in some chicken broth here. Moisten it up a little bit.
Mama, can I put some chicken broth? What is chicken broth?
It's when you cook a chicken, it's the leftover liquid that's left over. And it's
Pretty
just,
good at cooking chicken.
I'm gonna pass the silverware.
put those back in.
Okay, we've got sweet potatoes being made. These are going to be candied yams, which means that we will put marshmallows on top of them.
Are you recording?
Daddy!
Oh, that must be yes.
And so Jocelyn's making these. Jocelyn doesn't like being on camera, so I'll get a real quick glimpse. We got some corn being made over here, and then things are coming right along, looking good, smelling really good. Got the turkey in the oven still. It's really browning up, looking very, very good. I'm really hungry because Mama starves us every Thanksgiving morning. So, there's the table. Okay, it's kind of dark in here now. Oh, doesn't help much. Okay, there we go. Everything's cleaned up. Thanksgiving / fall dishes are gonna be put away. Table's gonna be put back to normal. How was Thanksgiving today, Liza? Good. Did you enjoy it? You guys played some bingo, didn't you? Did you win any?
I want to, Karen wants to.
Wow. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of a different style video again. But, you know, I just thought it'd be kind of entertaining to watch this. Might get a few more inside type videos during the winter, but there will still be outside farming type videos, so don't worry. Still got a bunch of those coming. So make sure you like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.